Good afternoon. Thank you very much for providing me this opportunity to brief you on the calamitous floods that have struck Pakistan. As everybody is aware that this is monsoon season in Pakistan, and this year we have had unprecedented downpours, monsoons, resulting in massive floods. Approximately 1/3 of my country is underwater. 33 million people have been affected. More than 1,100 people have lost their lives. 3,500 are injured. More than 1 million homes have either been destroyed or damaged. There has been massive loss to or damage to infrastructure, and we are going through a phase where which is a very hard time for our country. We have requested our international partners for support. The United Nations has launched its 2022 Pakistan flood response plan yesterday, which will raise $160.3 million, and it will focus on 5.2 million people and for their life-saving activities. The UN Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, has called this monsoon on steroids. He has, to show solidarity with the people of Pakistan, Mr. Guterres will be visiting Pakistan next week. I am going to, let me place on record our appreciation and gratitude to the government and people of Canada, which has announced a donation of $5 million. It is an initial donation towards the flood relief activity in Pakistan. Just a little while ago, I was in a video conference with His Excellency Mr. Harjit Singh Sajjan, the Canadian Minister for Development. I had a good conversation with him. He has assured that Canada will provide all possible support to Pakistan in this hour of need. And the government and people of Pakistan are extremely grateful for that. Let me also mention here that Pakistan is home to the largest protracted refugee population in the world. We have several million Afghan refugees who have been living in our country for more than 4 decades. And I would say that they have also been affected. About 500,000 of them who are in refugee camps have been affected by this flood as well. So it is time for the international community to come to support of Pakistan. We are calling on all our partners, our friends in Canada, across the world, to come to our assistance. Let me here also mention the active role that is being played by the Pakistani diaspora in Canada. They are spread across the length and the breadth of the country. We have several politicians, members of parliament of Pakistani origin. They are also very active, and it's going to be a collective effort. So we are working together, and we are very sure and very confident that the response from Canada is going to be very strong. We have also shared a list of things which are required for relief efforts with the Canadian government, and we hope that this aid will be going to Pakistan very soon. So through you, through your good offices, I would like to convey to the people of Canada, to the government of Canada, and to the agencies, development agencies, to humanitarian organizations to come forward and support Pakistan and its people in this hour of need. And now I'll be very happy to take your questions.
You mentioned the list that you provided to the Canadian government. In addition to the funding that was already announced earlier this week, the $5 million, what else would you like to see the Canadian government do here?
Canada is a very important member of the international community. In addition to providing relief items, Canada also has a great tradition of development work, and the Canadian International Development Agency has been active in Pakistan for many decades. This is such a catastrophe that it'll have long-term effects, and we would hope that after the first relief efforts are concluded, Canada and its agencies are going to assist us in reconstruction and rehabilitation of the flood-affected areas and flood-affected people.
And any more detail you can give me about the kind of long-term help that you're going to be needing, or is it too early to be asking those questions?
We are still, the flood waters haven't receded yet. So we are still in the process of calculating the damage. We are doing the damage assessment, but it is a lot of infrastructure has been damaged. A lot of livelihoods have been damaged. So we would hope that those people who have been affected, whose lives have been affected, will be helped in getting their lives back. So we hope that our international partners will focus on that aspect as well.
And you mentioned that you spoke with Minister Sajan earlier. Can you tell me a bit more about that conversation? What did he tell you, and what did you ask of him?
I briefed him on the situation in Pakistan, like I have briefed you, and he briefed me about the steps that the Canadian government is taking, and the announcement of the initial aid of $5 million, and he assured that Canada will stand with Pakistan shoulder to shoulder in this hour of need, and Canada would be very willing and happy to assist us in rehabilitation as well.
And are you satisfied with the response so far from Canada and the international community to what's been happening in your country?
Yes, I must say that Canadian response has been swift and very forthcoming, and we are happy with that, and we hope that this cooperation will continue. And the international response has also been very good. Our partner countries, our friendly countries, have been sending relief assistance to Pakistan, and as I said earlier, the United Nations has launched this flash appeal of $160 million, and we hope that the international community will contribute to that. Again, as I said earlier, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres, will be visiting Pakistan next week in solidarity with the affected people and the country.
And I think this would probably be the last question from me, but what would you say to Canadians to explain to them the scale and the extent of what's happening in Pakistan right now?
Well, if you look at the climate index, Pakistan's contribution to greenhouse gases and to climate change is minuscule. You will not find Pakistan anywhere in the higher order. However, on the vulnerability index, Pakistan stands very high, and these floods are a manifestation of that. So we need climate resilience, we need climate action, we need world community support to mitigate such disasters, to take action so that these disasters don't happen again. And Canada has the means, Canada has the technologies, Canada has the wherewithal to assist us in our fight or in our challenge that we take to tackle the climate issues. So we are partners in that, and we are counting on Canada's support.
And I guess just one last, if you have anything else to add about what else you'd like to see from Canada, if there is anything else.
Well, we would like to see Canada to participate in the relief and reconstruction efforts. Canada should contribute. Canada is a partner country. We have a very robust diaspora here. They are contributing as well. And I have no doubt that our joint efforts from Canada will have a very positive effect on the relief and reconstruction efforts in my country.
More of a technical question, High Commissioner, but which organizations are on ground zero helping, basically the Red Cross, and is there anybody else? And who should people be donating money to?
Well, there are many organizations which are on ground. There are many Pakistani organizations which are there. The Red Cross and Red Crescent societies are there. SERA will be operational there as well. So there are a host of agencies and organizations that are there. As for contributions, the government of Pakistan has opened accounts in various banks. We are taking donations, both in cash as well as in kind, and contributions can be made through the Red Crescent or other humanitarian organizations as well. The most important thing is that this assistance, which is very vital, reaches the affected people. It reaches the affectees. Whichever source it goes through is not important. The most important thing is that those poor people who are affected, whose livelihoods have been affected, who are in dire need, get this assistance and on time.
And more specifically, in terms of donation, what kind of items do you need urgently?
Well, it's many things. For example, if you generalize, we can say shelter in tents, food items, food security items, nutrition for children and lactating mothers, health support, water and sanitation support, livestock support, including vaccinations. But I do have an exhaustive list of many things which ranges from food to shelter to earth moving equipment to many other things. So I'll be very happy to share that list with whoever is interested, and I can share that with you as well.
Thank you very much. And one final question. So is there a message specifically that you would like to convey to the Pakistani diaspora in Canada?
Well, Pakistani diaspora, as I said, is very active, and just a message to them that please come forward, contribute generously, because these are your own people and they are in need. And I am very positive, I'm very sure that the diaspora will rise to the occasion. They are doing a lot and they will do more. Thank you very much.
Please stop for a while. Now we would serve it. Kindly have tea before we. Okay.